Alrighty, I am live. This was super spontaneous. I wasn't planning on doing this. Um, Someone's going live at around 8 p.m. and I'm just bored, so I have like 2 hours to kill. So I figured I'd come on here and read while I'm live. I am going to take a second and try to share this a little bit so like at least some people come. Um, but yeah,
And
hopefully
try.
oh, you're gonna hear the echo. Okay, let me share that this was super spontaneous and that I'm live. Super spontaneous live reading sprints. I haven't gone live since like August of 2022. Um yeah, I haven't gone live in a while, like on my channel. And last night I was live on Kendall's channel and I was like, I forgot how much fun these are and I haven't hosted my own um in a long time because I used to have like a specific time and day that I would go live every single day for like all of like 2020 and 2021, and then I stopped going live and I haven't been live in like half a year. So I'm gonna share really fast what I'm reading. I'm reading a lot of different books. So I am currently reading this is like a nonfiction book, and I'm just reading like 2 chapters at a time. And I've been highlighting and stuff, and I'm actually like learning things from it. And then I'm also rereading Akatar by Sarah J. Maas. If you don't know, Christine Riccio from Poland Bananas Books and Tasha from Tashopolis, they have a podcast. And in that podcast, they talk about like a lot of nerdy things and like bookish and nerdy things. But they're also doing like a book club, like read along type thing to Akatar. And on every podcast episode, they talk about like 2 chapters. So basically, you have like a week to read 2 chapters, like for a while. So I'm already completely caught up, but I think I'm just gonna like I'm probably gonna go ahead and keep reading this at some point because I don't think I can only read like 2 chapters at once from this because it's so addicting. So I don't know if I'm gonna be reading this tonight, but we'll see. Um and lastly, I want to start reading The Mesher by Nikki Ehrlich. I think this is like dystopian. I don't know anything about it. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I don't really know much about this one, and I'm going to start it. I haven't started it at all. And I'm buddy reading this with my IRL friend. Her name's Jess, and she also has this book, and we figured we'd read it together, and we said that we'd read about like almost 100 pages a day. We'll see about that. So I need to start reading this one because today is when our buddy read is starting. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading this possibly tonight. But yeah, like I said, I was just really bored, honestly. There's like 4 people here. If you want to let me know what you're reading. Um, but yeah, it's like 6 p.m. my time right now, and my friend Liv from Liv's Library is going live at 8. Um, and I want to watch her sprints, but I just didn't have anything to do for 2 hours. I'm like not really watching any TV shows, and I just wanted to put this on or like do something, I guess. So yeah, that's why I did this. Uh, Hi, I'll be reading Yona of the Dawn. I haven't heard of that book. I'm gonna look it up on Goodreads really fast. Yona of the Dawn. Hey, I will be reading Burn Our Bodies Down, currently 142 pages in. I really like that book. Um, that's Rory Power, right? Because she also wrote Wilder Girls, which I didn't love at first, but over time, thinking back on that book, I actually feel like I really enjoyed it. But yeah, Burn Our Bodies Down was also really good. Let me look up. Is Yona of the Dawn a manga? Because that's what's coming up on my end over here. It looks cute. I don't know what it is though, because when I look it up on Goodreads, it comes up in Japanese, so I can't really read the description. So yeah. Hi. Yeah, this is super random, Irene. Um, I feel like this is obviously not a time that a lot of people go live at. I actually used to go live at 6:30 till like 11 or midnight, like every Tuesday. But yeah, I just feel like I haven't been sprinting as much recently. And like I was explaining earlier, Irene, someone's going live at 8 and I want to watch their sprints, but I just had like 2 hours to kill. So I figured I'd come on here and do a live because I haven't gone live in like ages. Yeah, my last like live reading sprints were probably in August. Hello, not sure what I'll be reading. That's okay. Do you have any options? Um, Let us know if you do, and we can suggest, we can vote, we can do something for you. If you missed it, I'm currently reading 3 different books. Yes, it is a manga and it's in English also. Okay, I looked it up on Goodreads and it comes up just Japanese, so I can't read what it's about. I'm trying to finish up Ghosts. I like it so far. I have been looking for live sprints for the past 5 minutes. So glad I found that you're on. Yeah, this is like a super random time. I don't know what time it is for all of you, but for me right now it's 6 p.m. So usually not a lot of people are live at this time. I literally just got home, ate some dinner, which was actually not great. You know when you get home and like you're just really hungry and you really want to eat dinner and then you start eating and it's not hitting. I like didn't finish it and I ended up eating like a yogurt chocolate bar, but I'm, like, still kinda hungry, but, like, I don't wanna cook again because like, I made dinner and it wasn't good. So, yeah, like, I just ate dinner, came upstairs, and figured I have 2 hours to kill, so here we are. Yeah, Burn Our Bodies Down is weird, but in a good way. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I do think Wild the Girls is a little better. I don't know if you've read it. Um, but yeah, Burn Our Bodies Down is also good, and it is weird. I feel like that one reminds me of this movie, but like a YA version of that movie. Oh god, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, that movie called X. It's like a horror movie. I don't know why Burn Our Bodies Down makes me think of that. Maybe because they're like in a field and it's like these like old houses, but it's obviously like young adult. So I am hoping to finish night crawling in the next hour or so and start another library loan tonight. Very nice. I haven't heard of night crawling before. I gotta look that one up too. I feel like every time that I go live, people always mention like so many books that I've never heard of before. Night Crawling by Leila Motley. That looks interesting. But yeah, if you missed it, I'm currently reading like 3 books. So I'm going to start The Mesher. I'm buddy reading this with my friend, and we decided today that we're gonna read about 90 pages a day to finish it in around 4 to 5 days, because that's like our average. I'm also rereading A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I'm only doing like a couple chapters of this at once because I'm following a buddy read with this podcast. And then lastly, I am reading a nonfiction which is Attached, and I'm only reading also 2 chapters of this at once. And I should probably turn off my watch. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Okay. I have this cool like um ambiance, but like it's kind of like cinematic, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. So we're gonna try it for one sprint. I thought that I put this on Do Not Disturb, and I guess I didn't. But anyway, I have this like odd ambiance that I've never tried before. We're gonna try it for one sprint and then see how that goes. Also, how long do y'all want to sprint for? I usually do like 30 minutes. Um, but let me know if you'd like a 20, 40, I don't know. Let me know what you'd prefer to do. But yeah, I'm gonna get the ambiance ready. And hopefully someone, if you have a preference, if not, then I'm assuming that 30 minutes is totally fine. But I'm gonna get this ready. Ooh, yay, I haven't done that in forever. Hey, Miranda! I'm currently reading Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Ah, I love that book. Um, Only because you had it on your oh, yeah, because you had it on your top books of 2022. I was super skeptical about all the hype, but girl, yeah, honestly, Miranda, if I say that a romance is good, it's good because I don't like romance. To me, like most romance, it's overhyped. So when I like romance, it's pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, but yeah, I don't love romance. So yeah, most romances for me are super overhyped. Like, I don't know. Book Lovers, I really did like, and I also liked Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Love that book. I don't know if you've read any other Emily Henry, Miranda. 30 is good for me. Okay, perfect. Same. This is why I trust you. Yeah, like I did not like very much, but I also don't really like second chance love thing. I forgot what that trope's called. I don't like those, but I didn't like Every Summer After. Did not really like that one either. Sorry. I haven't, but I want to now. Book Lovers is good. I'm trying to think. Oh my god, what else? She wrote Beach Read. I did not like People We Meet on Vacation that much. Beach Read is pretty good. What's the other one? I can't remember. If anyone remembers, please let me know. Let me look up Emily Henry really, really quickly, and then we'll sprint. Emily Henry. I'm blanking. She just has People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read, and Book Lovers. Okay, that's it. Yeah. So my favorite, well, like her new romance stuff. People We Meet on Vacation is probably my least favorite. Um, then Beach Read, then Book Lovers is like number one. We'll see where Happy Place lands because that one's like, I don't know if it's enemy to lovers or if it's second chance romance, and I don't like second chance romance that much. So yeah, we'll see about that. But okay, this ambiance is it's a little weird. It's a cinematic experience and it's like a fantasy tavern. I kind of picked it because I'm reading ACOTAR, but like I may not even be reading that for the sprint. So whatever, but it's fine. All right. I'm gonna shut up now and we're gonna read for 30 minutes. Hi. It always gets so quiet when you turn off the ambiance. How did you guys like the ambiance? That was definitely different. I've never used an ambiance like that before that like moves around. It was very cinematic, but like um I don't know, it was super like fantasy tavern. It was pretty cute. But anyway, I do see that a couple more people joined, so hello. Thanks for joining. I read two books during that sprint. So I mentioned that I'm currently reading three books right now. So during that sprint, I read one chapter of Attached, which is a nonfiction book about adult attachment styles. And this sticker is really annoying me. So I read a chapter of this and I highlighted and they had like a quiz in here. So I did that too. So I read a chapter of this and I read everything that I need to read for today. So I've been reading 2 chapters a day. And I actually read one this morning and one right now. So I'm done with this for the day. And then started reading ACOTAR. I'm also really taking my time with ACOTAR because I'm reading this as a buddy read type of read with a book club. Not a book club, with a podcast, and they have this as their pick, and they're reading 2 chapters every episode, and the episodes are weekly. So basically, they're probably going to be done with this in like April. I don't think I can hold off that long. I don't think I can only read like 2 chapters at a time. I'm gonna read a little bit more than that, so I'm probably gonna be done with this before the podcast is. Because I think I was only supposed to read chapter 20 and 21, and I'm already on 25. I'm halfway chapter 25, so I'm gonna finish that chapter and probably put this down. And last but not least, so many books. I have The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. I haven't started this yet. I'm supposed to start this tonight, and my friend and I are buddy reading this, and my friend Jess and I are buddy reading this. Ah, no! Can you not? Oh my god. This is why I hate these stickers so much. No, stop it. Anyway, my friend Jess and I are buddy reading this book, and we said that we're reading about 90 pages a day. I haven't started this today, so I know I'm gonna start this during the next sprint, and I'm gonna read this for the rest of the night. I've heard that this book is really good. It was like a buddy read book club thing. This book was recommended to me by Jordan from Sorry Book Solid. So I'm going to be reading this during the next sprint. I think this is like dystopian sci fi. Kind of reminds me of The One by John Mars. So I'm excited. But yeah, during the next sprint, I'm going to be reading these two. Just one more chapter of this and then start this one. Because I've been really wanting to start this and I have to. So yeah, let me know what you read in the comments, how much you read, how's it going, what's going on, what did you do today, what are you doing if you're not reading. But yeah, hello. Working on a job application, but going to read soon. Yay! I am currently going through a job process thing. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm so like what's the word? Superstitious, I guess. So I've been keeping it quiet as much as I can. But yeah. Hey, Lena. Just got home from the gym, making dinner, then going to read What She Left Behind by Ellen Mary Weisman. Ooh. What she left behind. I was going to go do yoga at 6 p.m. to a coffee shop near me, but I like cooked, ate dinner, which was, I think I already mentioned it, it was bad. Um and I'm still feeling a little hungry. But anyway, I cooked dinner and I ate, and by the time that I was done, it was like I would be rushing to go to yoga, so I decided not to. I'm going to the gym tomorrow anyway, so it's fine. Um but yeah, I hope that you're enjoying What She Left Behind. Mm, I liked it. It was cozy. Yay! What podcast do you listen for your buddy read? I always wanted to join a book club, but I have yet to find one. that works for me, and podcasting's a lot of fun. I never heard of that. So, okay. So the podcast, they're called Those Forking Fangirls. I can put it on the chat. If you've been on BookTube for a long time, it's Christine Riccio's podcast and her best friend Natasha from Tashopolis. And basically they talk about like all things fangirl. So they have sections on their podcast. So they have like a section where they talk about like pop culture news. They talk like a section about what they're reading, what they're watching on TV, what movies they're watching. Um and then they have a section where they talk about like the main theme of the episode, whether it's like the Hunger Games or like book to movie adaptations or young adult novels. So they talk about that, and then towards the end they do a chapter chat, which is that they talk about like two chapters from whatever book they're reading. They're a pretty new podcast, so this is the first book that they've ever done, but both of them have already read this book. So every episode they talk about two of the chapters. So obviously the first episode they talked about the first two, blah blah blah. I think so far they have like 13 episodes out, and I like binged listened to them all last week because I love them. And yeah, so right now I think they're on chapter like 20 for this, but this is their first book ever. They're not really like a book club specifically. But yeah, I love their podcast. They talk about like all things fandom, and it's pretty great. I put it on the chat right here. Those Forking Fangirls. Love them. They're the best. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for coming. The Mesher is so good. Oh, yay! I'm really excited to read it. Don't know much about it, honestly. Just that like it's sci-fi and dystopian, and I actually really like dystopian reads, so I'm excited to read this tonight. I am buddy reading Where the Heart Is by Billy Lutz with my sister. So far, so weird, but it was a recommendation from our aunt who really wants us to read it. This book was made into a movie. Where the Heart Is. I kind of want to look it up because I've never heard of that before. Where the Heart Is. Let me look it up really fast. Where the Heart Is. That looks like an old cover. Oh my gosh, that looks so old school. Fiction, chick lit, romance, contemporary adult fiction. This was published in 1995, and it's set in Oklahoma. Wow. That does sound like an oldie. um was doing diamond art until I seen you were going live, so I joined and reading Legacy, which is by Cass K. Earlier watch Harrison while Sarah was at work. Ah, how is he? I still haven't met him. I have to plan with Sarah soon to meet him. And Legacy of Witches, I feel like I've heard of that book. Legacy of Witches. I don't see it on Goodreads. You'll have it says Cass K. Cass K. Let's see. Oh, I found it. Wow. That cover looks creepy. Haunted, fantasy, horror, paranormal. Was this Meg? Because I know Meg likes the paranormal fantasy romance type of books. Oh yeah, this is the podcast that I was talking about. If you're like an OG, like you've been on BookTube for like years, like I've been following Christine Riccio for like a decade now. So like if you've been on BookTube for like years and years and years, and you went through all of like the Twilight, Hunger Games, Divergent eras, like this podcast, so good. Basically, they just talk about like fangirl life and like how they're adults and how that still kind of plays into their life. I truly love it. It's one of my faves. Honestly, it's best to go into the Mesher a little blind. If I knew it was considered sci-fi, I may not have picked it up, but it's more dystopian. So good. Love that. I haven't read a really good dystopian in a while. I feel like the last one I read was probably the Scythe series by Neil Schusterman, which is YA. Um and I read that probably, like, 2, 3 years ago now. Um, yeah, this, like, really is giving me the One by John Mars vibes. I haven't even opened it or started it, but that's what it's giving so far, but I am excited to read it for sure. Hi, Raven. Just started reading Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Oof, I don't think I'll ever read that book. Birthday Girl by Penelope. I think I know what that book is. And it's one of those like KU like new adult. Yeah. No, it's not for me. But I'm happy you like it. I know that a lot of people like those. I just don't really love romance like that. Hi, Tammy. Let us know what you're reading tonight. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm only gonna be live probably for like another hour or so. I was just bored and waiting for Olivia from Liv's Library to go live. And she goes live at 8, so I had like an hour to kill. I'm actually going to try to find her sprints really fast that are going live in an hour. So then after these ones, if you guys still want to sprint, um you can just head over there and then we can like still chat in the chat over there on Liv's channel. So I'm going to put the link as a comment. Oh, I know me either. I'm scared. LOL. Got bullied by my friend to read it. What? Is this the one that is like the age gap romance? Or her boyfriend's father? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's like she starts like seeing her boyfriend's dad or something. I don't know. That's a little weird for me. I just don't like if I'm looking for to read a book, that's just not what I'm like reaching for. Um, but I mean, everyone has their taste in books. But yeah, anyway, this is the link for Olivia's sprints after these. I'm low-key like still hungry because I think I mentioned earlier that I like made this beef stew last night and it smelled so good, and I don't know if it was one of those things that like you just have to eat in the moment, but I like reheated it today and it was just not hitting. And I'm kind of still hungry, but like I don't know what to make, so I might go downstairs later and like make myself a sandwich or something. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I think during this next sprint, I'm going to try to read. I'm gonna finish the chapter that I'm halfway on, which is chapter 25. I'm gonna read to chapter 26. Put this down because I'm way ahead of what I need to be. Um, so I don't need to read this anytime soon, but I probably will be. I'm gonna pick up the measure after that. I kind of want to read another chapter of this. I don't know. There's so many books. I don't know how people read like multiple books at once because I'm so like I just want to read everything right now and just be done with everything. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I start the sprint. I think I'm gonna make this one a little longer. I'm gonna go for 40 minutes this time instead of 30 because I mean it's about to be 7:07. So after that sprint, we'll probably come back, talk for a little bit, and yeah, I don't know yet. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm a thriller girl, so this is out of my comfort zone. I'm just praying it's not a waste of time. Oh gosh. I was convinced to read Zodiac Academy. I forget what the author's name is, but I read Zodiac Academy and that was a waste of time for me. But that's just my personal opinion. And also the Crave series, I think is Tracy Wolf who writes those. That was also for me, my experience, a waste of time. But I mean, I know that so many people love those. It's just they're not made for Naomi. They're just not. They're really not. But anyway, excited to continue reading all of these amazing books. And yeah. I think I'm gonna start the timer and we're gonna read for like 40. I said 40. 40 more minutes. Hope that y'all are still liking this ambiance. It's a little it's weird. It's different, but we're liking it. When people ask me how I read multiple books at a time, ADHD bestie, it's not executive dysfunction if it's books. I just like for this one because it's nonfiction, I just like I want to make sure that I'm highlighting it and like underlining and all these things, and I just don't want to have to sit and like commit to reading this like all at once. And it's also nonfiction, so I feel like I'm learning. So I feel like I need something fun on the side. So that's why I'm reading ACOTAR, and I literally started this yesterday. But also this also feels like a commitment because it is for like a buddy read. It's for a book club. So I feel like I have to read it. And also I'm supposed to be reading slower because they only read it 2 chapters a week, which for ACOTAR I can't do that. So I think I'm going to keep it going. At one point in time I'm not going to be able to just read 2 chapters. So I had to read this one too. And now for fun, the other one that I'm reading is going to be this one. So I feel like they all have a purpose in my life right now. And yeah, I don't think I'll be doing this anytime soon again. But yeah, if I have to read a nonfiction for like therapy and stuff, then yes, I will need something else for fun. This just happened to be that like I had to read something for a book club. But yeah. Hey Jenna, how are you? I've missed you. Gosh, I feel like we haven't talked in forever. Jenna just made her comeback back to BookTube and Bookstagram, and I'm so excited that you're here. I need a little bit of water. I burned my arm yesterday while I was cooking, and like I was so mad. Let me know what you're reading also, Jenna. I can only do memoirs, audiobooks, and something for school with a purpose, and then a book I'm reading for me at the same time. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much like this is like my memoir. This is like my thing for school, and then this is what I'm reading for fun right now. So, let me see. Oop. Check your DMs. Also, it has been forever. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you DM'd me. I will look at it later. Will you be joining in on this sprint with Liv, or you'll be hanging out and watching like us? I'll be hanging out and watching. I'm not joining her. No, I've just been like waiting all day for her to go live because I was so excited because I love Liv's readings friends. So yeah, I mean she's going live in like 50 minutes now, so that's why I went live. But I'm just gonna be hanging out in the comments. So if you guys go over there to her live, I'll just be in the comments like you guys and watching. I'm reading It Starts With Us. Yay! I haven't gone to that one yet. I read It Ends With Us back in like 2019 probably. It was a while ago. So I need to read it. I need to read It Starts With Us. I can't believe I haven't read it, and I know that it would be such a quick like read for me. I'm in a really big reading mood right now. Like I'm just like flying through all these books, really enjoying everything that I'm reading, and I know that that would be another one that would continue that streak, but I don't know when I'll get to it. We'll see. It is kind of the perfect time because we're in February. So, I think it is on Scribd, so I might pick that up this month, but we'll see. I love It Ends With Us. I know lots of mixed feelings about this one, and I have a feeling I'll have the same opinion. I did you guys see the cast for It Ends With Us, which is Blake Lively and I forget his name. I think it's something Baldoni. I know that a lot of people were kind of mad about it, but like I don't care that much. I mean, I don't know. They're fine. I love Blake Lively, so like I'm fine with that decision. I know a lot of people were like super mad about it. I'm like, I don't know. It's fine, I guess. I like the first one better, but Starts With Us is good too. Ends With Us, my favorite of the two. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I don't know much about what the It Starts With Us follows. I think it follows, like, Atlas and Lily, like, after, but we'll see, I don't know. I love Blake Lively, she just does not fit what I was expecting for the casting. That makes sense, yeah. I really love her. I don't really care. I have seen, like, the fan cast for, like, the younger version of Lily, which is, like, this beautiful redhead, and she was in Fate Winx Saga, um, and I feel like she's pretty perfect. Yes, it does. Okay. Oh, It Starts With Us takes place after the ending. Oof. Okay. I don't I don't know if I'll like it. We'll see. I feel it's gonna make me anxious, but we'll see what happens. Um, it's Atlas and Lily's POVs. Okay. Okay. Is this the one where she has like the chapters when she's talking to like Ellen DeGeneres in like letters? Or is that another Colleen Hoover book? I don't remember. I think this might be it. Anyway, we're gonna sprint for like third. Should I do? Yeah, let's do 40. Let's sprint for 40 minutes. And yeah. How do I Oh, okay. I like forgot for a second how to do this. Oh, it's Steph. Hey, I haven't read any of them, but I'll watch the movie when it comes out. Are you not interested in watching in reading the books? That was the series. That was, like, one of the only annoying things that I found in the books was the Ellen DeGeneres letters. I was like, "Oh my god, make it stop." Alright, anyway, we're gonna read for 40 minutes, and then we'll be back. Hello. Welcome back. How did that sprint go for you all? Well, for me, I read one more chapter. That was so weird. I read one more chapter of ACOTAR. I read chapter, I think it was 25 to 26. So I put that down. Loving this, obviously, not my first time reading this. And then I started The Mesher by Nikki Ehrlich. Um, and I don't know how many chapters I read because I this is one of those books that the chapters are POVs and they're not numbers. So I don't know how many chapters I read specifically, but I did read about 30 pages of this. And I'm really liking it so far. It is dystopian sci-fi-ish, not as much sci-fi. Um, but it's super cool. I didn't really know anything about this book going into it. So, like, the first 30 pages, like, learning what the book is going to be about, it's really interesting. And this is giving me major The One by John Mars vibes. Like, this is definitely like if you love that book, read this one. I don't know if it'll get like thriller-y throughout the book or if it'll be more of an emotional read. But I'm really, really liking it so far. We're kind of matching. And yeah, I'm probably going to be continuing this tonight. Um, just got back in a little ago. I read a chapter of Yona and the Dawn, book 3. Hope you're enjoying that. Um, and I hope that you continue reading that. Hey Courtney, just now jumping on 10% left of The Mesher, then starting Part of Your World. Okay, so I just started The Mesher and I'm 10% in. You're almost done with it. Also Part of Your World is one of my favorite books of last year, so I hope that you enjoy it. Oh yeah, I read this comment earlier. Capricia was asking for the podcast, and it is Those 14 Fangirls, and this is their YouTube channel, youtube.com/Those 14 Fangirls. Love that podcast, so give it a listen, and let me know if you do listen, because I feel like I don't have anyone in my life that listens to their podcast, and like I need someone. Hey Gabby, just joining. I will be hopping back and forth between a few live shows and sprints tonight. I am reading my Phony Valentine. No worries. I'm about to end the sprints end the live because I literally was only going to go live till 8 because I was bored and I didn't know what to do while waiting for Liv from Liv's library to go live. So that I'm about to hop on over there. I can't speak tonight. And I'm gonna put the link of Liv's sprints in the chat. So if you guys want to continue reading or if you want to continue chatting over there in the chat for Liv's channel. Hi, Aaron. Reading Something About You by Julie James for my book club's 5 Peach February. Very nice. Same, and I read a variety of nothings. The same have 2 or 3 different genres. 96% of night crawling, so close to the end. I really hope it's happy. I hope that you're enjoying it. Hey, I'm doing great. How are you? Kind of speeding through this so people are able to catch Liv's start of the live over there. Glad you're liking it. I'm almost done with it. I didn't think I would like it, but it is an in-person book club pick. I am really liking it. That's fun. I feel like this book is really good for a book club because there will be a lot of discussion, and I'm only like 30 pages in, but the topic is pretty great, and also all of the POVs and being able to talk about like all of these different characters. I feel like this is a great book club pick. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna finish this now. Here's a link for Olivia's live. She should be starting in about a minute. So I'm gonna head over there and hang out over there. Probably gonna heat up some soup and make a grilled cheese and hang out over there. But thank you for hanging out with me for like 2 hours. Um, and yeah, this was super impromptu, spontaneous. But I will make sure to go live more planned and let everyone know when I'm gonna be sprinting and stuff in the future so I can plan it better and you guys can know. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me and I'll see you over there. Bye.